What follows next is the list of those beliefs, spiritual practices, and expectations that I had at the time of my Kundalini awakening. From this list, I was able to create what I refer to as a spiritual alchemy protocol to awaken Kundalini. Please note that this is not the actual protocol that I have set out here. That will be detailed towards the end of this video. So here are the most important practices taken from my own life at the time that I had my Kundalini awakening. First, I had a specific God mind. The second that I encountered the truth that every human is God, I accepted it completely and literally, not just philosophically. I had questions about such a bold statement, but figured I would eventually get the answers. My general attitude of mind. I had a very open mind without any preconceived ideas about what should or should not happen, or whether whatever might happen was either difficult, dangerous, or impossible. I was completely free of fear, and I was very enthusiastic and focused. Meditating, reading, and studying were priorities for which I made time. My intuitive ability grew quickly as a result of my great desire to know my higher self, which incidentally I used to think was separate. 3. I had learned to meditate deeply. This, just like my Kundalini awakening, appears to have been a very fortunate fluke. However, I believe that my general attitude fostered this gift. After all, we get what we expect, especially when a strong emotion is added to thought. 4 was diet. I had incidentally decided to adopt a strict vegetarian diet a few months prior to starting on my spiritual path. It had nothing to do with spirituality. I did it because I actually had a distaste for all poultry and meat. I cannot say that this is mandatory for everyone, but I think it helps, and I know that it was the right thing for me. I did with time add dairy products and occasional seafood back to my diet without noticing any negative changes to my spiritual practice. 5 is trust. I immersed myself in learning and practicing in order to make progress. This was not a chore. I enjoyed everything that I was doing, and I gave myself over 100% to being guided by my intuition, trusting that my higher self would simply just guide me and make sure I found the information at the right time that I needed it. This is almost a childlike level of trust. 6 is contemplation. Outside of meditation, I would often set aside quiet time to spend in contemplation, where I could just check in with myself to reflect on the information that I was acquiring. I read many books on spirituality, and I listened to numerous CD courses and lectures. 7 is anticipation and joy. I anticipated the bliss that I received from meditating. The vibratory states of joy, gratitude, love, and even anticipation have been proven by specific scientific experiments, such as those done by Vladimir Popinov or the HeartMath Institute. It is said that those emotions loosen our DNA, producing desirable effects. On the other hand, negative emotions cause the DNA to tighten. Uptight has a literal meaning. It shuts down key receptors in our bodies. Kundalini will not start or complete her journey in a stressed, uptight body in which the DNA is tightly wound. Now here's that spiritual alchemy program that I have set out for you. It is a cohesive program to awaken your Kundalini. I've created this practical program that builds on itself the more it is practiced. It is pure wishful thinking for most spiritual seekers to expect a Kundalini awakening without focused attention, regular meditation, and without having a very strong desire to become their ideal self. While it is true that it is not the individual who awakens him or herself, but is awakened, time and effort is still needed from each spiritual seeker. These steps will build your spiritual practice in a concrete manner. They will also increase your confidence on the spiritual as well as practical level. Even before beginning the main part of the program, the first step is to learn to concentrate and focus your mind. I will write a blog post soon giving the exercises that helped me greatly in the beginning to focus my mind. When breath exercises failed, these saved me from giving up on meditation. Reserve a special place where you will do your Kundalini meditation whenever possible. You want to build your own rituals, which should make the process effortless, so that as soon as you enter the space, your mind begins to settle down because it associates it with your meditation. You are God. Accept on a personal level that you are God. If you have trouble with this idea, it might be because you still think of God as the man-made figure who judges and punishes. I assure you, infinite intelligence never judges you. Learn to meditate deeply. I will post some tips for deepening your meditation in a future blog post. And in diet, consider a vegetarian diet. But at any rate, eat only when you are hungry, whatever your diet may be. Trust in infinite intelligence to bring about your Kundalini awakening. You cannot force it anyway, so you might as well give up control. And contemplation? Set aside time each day to check in with yourself and to reflect on what you've learned. You'll benefit greatly from this. Vibratory state of love. Love is a feeling that you feel in your body as a heightened vibration. It is the result of combining thought and emotion. Go into this vibratory state prior to meditating. Think of an object of your love and add other thoughts, such as how deeply you love, until you begin feeling the resulting emotion in your body. The object of your love may be as abstract as the universe or as personal as your children. Once you can easily summon the feeling of love vibrating in your body, change the object of your love to focus it on the divine. Your general attitude of mind. Let go of any preconceived ideas about how your own Kundalini awakening will happen, and especially let go of fear. Suham breath makes it easy to relax. Breathe in deeply on the first part, Su, hearing the sound in your mind. Then breathe out slowly and completely, expelling the air on Ham. You should not force or strain. If you listen to your breath, the natural sound is Suham, and that is all you're doing. And mantra chanting. Find a 1 to a 4-word mantra that causes you to have a distinct emotional reaction in your body, and obviously one that is positive. Please don't just chant Om or Om unless it works for you. Your mantra should be personal and really give you this feeling in your body. Examples are God, love, and God, I am, light, etc. The light show. Create in your mind a light show of expanding and mounting lights, the colors of each chakra, each one expanding and spinning in sequence, one after the other. Incorporate this into your meditation only when you've practiced it enough so that it is effortless and easy for you to see it clearly. You shouldn't be straining and forcing. Visualization is a great tool, except when you're forcing to do it. So make sure you have practiced enough so that it becomes second nature. Stay focused and enthusiastic about your spiritual path. Become as a little child. Enjoy and trust the process. Now let's put it all together. In your meditation area, sit comfortably with your spine erect and straight. Become calm and quiet, then go into the vibratory state of love. Calm your mind using Suham breath as long as you need to. Chant your mantra quietly or silently to calm your mind even further. Go into the stillness of meditation. If your mind strays, refocus it gently by focusing on love. When your mind is completely still, allow only thoughts of oneness for 30 minutes. By that I mean focusing on the divine, focusing on all that you can think of about the divine, the creative source that gave you your body, the universe, that kind of idea. And you don't have to have a thought in your mind constantly. It's also good just to rest at times and have no thoughts. End your meditation by visualizing your light show 2 or 3 times without straining. End with quiet, deep breathing, and you could use Suham breath again. Meditate daily for at least 30 minutes and increase to twice daily when possible. Meditate long if you wish, but it's quality and not quantity.